Hi, I'm Doug McBride. I'm past president of the Woodland Heights organization, and I'm currently still on the board there. And I was in charge of producing a newsletter for 4 years, and I would do that on my computer with Word, but it was pretty boring, I think. Neighborhood Resource Office said, come on in, let's help you create a better newsletter, and the results were incredible. Shalee knew what she was doing. We added photos, we did different departments, words from the president, things like that, which just made it so much better. So that was a great resource. Any neighborhood that isn't using the Neighborhood Resource Office or helping with their newsletter is really missing out. The other aspect too is that we were having to pay quite a bit of money to get our newsletters printed. The Neighborhood Resource Office could do it for about a fourth of the cost. So it made it possible for us to continue having the newsletter. Otherwise, we were going to run out of money and wouldn't even be able to have it. So without the Neighborhood Resource Office, there wouldn't be a newsletter.
So another thing, this past spring, I attended my first Des Moines resident leadership class, also facilitated by this office, and I was just so impressed by the first class that I attended. There were a number of other neighborhood leaders there, and it's just very interesting and helpful to be able to see what the other neighborhoods are doing in the way of movements or ways they're addressing issues in their neighborhood. I think with the 53 neighborhoods within the city of Des Moines, there's a lot of things that we all have in common, and then some really unique aspects which really benefit all of the neighborhood associations. So during that class, we were given a lot of information that we could take back with us to implement within our own neighborhoods, as well as making contacts where I could then follow up with other neighborhood leaders, as well as the Neighborhood Resource Office, to get copies of printed materials and ideas for events and things that other neighborhoods have successfully implemented to help us as a new neighborhood know what direction we should move in.
We recently went through a transition on our board in the Woodland Heights organization. When I stepped down as president, we had a new president, we had several other new board members, and the transition was a little bit shaky there because I wasn't able to spend a lot of time trying to explain everything that I had learned.
We hosted a block party about a month ago, and we're really able to utilize the Neighborhood Resource Office through assistance in distributing our newsletter on a timely basis, and really offset the printing costs and administrative costs and the manpower that it took to implement such a successful event. We had a great turnout, we had a lot of fun, and it was definitely through the help of the Neighborhood Resource Office that was able to make that happen.
The Neighborhood Resource Office was able to step in and help the new president and the people on the board, explaining to them how to communicate well with other people in the neighborhood, create committees. The president doesn't have to do everything themselves, and they shouldn't be. It's too much. So the idea is to get more people involved, and that way you have more feedback from more people. The Neighborhood Resource Office is very good at this, and they were able to come in, make the transition very smooth, and things are going wonderfully, and we're all pretty happy about that.
I would say, from a new organization standpoint, if you are looking to establish an organization, if you are have questions about where to go in just within the city as far as who to contact if you've got specific questions. The Neighborhood Resource Office is really the best resource. And if they don't have the right answer, they will certainly direct you to who may be able to assist. They're definitely a vital piece of the neighborhood resources.
I really believe one of the key initiatives of the NRO is getting these folks into the training class. I believe it is one of the top things, and I know they do a lot of other things, but the training class really gives the common person the tools and ability to organize their neighborhood, to get involved in city and county government, to have tools to learn how to do one-on-ones and door knock and do fundraising, and really can energize a person with just a wealth of information. And then along with those classes come electives where they can really target in on things where the neighborhood may have a specific problem. You can take an elective class on that. There's also a great facilitation class that's offered in conjunction with the NRO through Making Connections. And that partnership seems to have helped several of our inner city neighborhoods. And the facilitation class is an excellent way to learn how to run meetings. So to me, those are just a couple of the very specific things that I think that they do exceptionally well.
And yeah, they were so impressed with it, and they just thought that it was a professional job and everything. And I told him, I said, we didn't have it done professionally. I said, you know, the Neighborhood Resource Office did. I said,
This is professional. What are you talking about?
well, didn't have a printer
Yeah,
good, but
yeah.
just the whole layout and everything, they just loved it.
Good.
Yeah, so
they've been a very good resource for us. Means we're a new neighborhood, just getting newly started. They've been a real good resource for us to call upon, and they've directed us to the people that we need to talk to help handle the situations that arose and some of the things of starting up a new neighborhood association. We've been well pleased. And then the leadership classes have also been a great help to us as a new neighborhood. It's helping those people that never had a chance to do anything like this in an organization to get some hands-on experience and some learning.
our neighborhood has been communicating much better since we've been working with the NRO. And I think that's primarily because of all of the help we've had in